Welcome back to another episode of Whip Media TV. I'm your host, Whip Media Mickey, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Subscribe right now. Join the Five Tribe. Let's get it. Today I cover the Hip Hop 33 Strategies of War, Part 3. The art of war is to win without bloodshed, or the use of force, otherwise the minimum necessary use of violence.
Okay, well that's what my mother did, you know what I'm saying? And I'm listening about freedom fighters and strugglers. Well, you gotta understand that when it was in to have a gun and to be in the street, my mother gave that up to be in a house and wash the dishes, you know what I'm saying? And feed us and put the thoughts in our brain, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't get any of that history from all of those soldiers that we lost. We got none of that. They all went to jail, if you can remember. They all went to penitentiaries. We didn't see none of that knowledge. If it was not for my mother who stayed home and didn't go out and do all that, then I wouldn't have, excuse my language, but I wouldn't have been nowhere. It's still on. It's on just like it was on when you was young, and you want to fuck that just like you said, oh, we got colleges for a while now. You know what I'm saying? And it's still Brenda's out there. It's still trapped. You know what I'm saying? And it gets me hurt. It's not going to stop until we stop it. And it's not just white men that's doing this to Brenda, and it's not just white men that's keeping us trapped. It's black. You know what I'm saying? We have to find a new Africa.
Offensive warfare. Lose the battles, but win the war. Alexander the Great planned his campaign far into the future, which distinguished him from other leaders. One example of his purposeful goals was the capturing of all greater Persian Mediterranean ports, effectively leaving the enemy without a navy and taking the sea component out of the future equations. It wasn't obvious until it was too late. Even though it has become a cliche, think several moves ahead. Determine the bullseye. Plan to the end and confuse your opponent, leaving him unable to read your actions, since they don't seem to have a connection. In other words, make them focus on the trees so that they can't see the forest. (13) Know your enemy. Prince Metternich met Napoleon Bonaparte, hoping he could find his weak spots. A few years later, he had helped arrange Napoleon's marriage to Marie Louise, who wasn't the most pleasant wife. Napoleon's defeat had also been the work of Metternich's spying in broad daylight. Know thyself and know thy rival. One of the greatest skills in war, as in seduction, as in business, is the ability to read people. Master non-verbal communication, hide your observations, and devise the most effective tactics based on your insights. 14. Overwhelm resistance with speed and suddenness. In 1218, Genghis Khan overcame his opponent, the one who shall not be named, with the Blitzkrieg strategy. He segmented his forces for mobility, lost small battles on purpose, then shifted to serious and fast attacks, which the enemy had not anticipated. You start by making slow moves to set the pace to which your rivals adjust, then exploit the surprising moment to win the war quickly. 15. Control the dynamic. In 1942, during the Second World War, Erwin Rommel fought the British on the North African deserts using smaller units, keeping them on the move and out of the opponent's reach. In order to reduce the gap between events and status updates, he often joined the front line. You're in control by assertive. Zugzwang, navigate your opponent by forcing him into move, directly into your area of defense. The only downside to control might be not admitting that you have it. 16. Hit him where it hurts. In 209 BC, Publius Scipio conquered Nova Carthago, which was the Carthaginian capital in Spain. Scipio destroyed Hannibal's armies, vital supply lines. Within 5 years, Scipio captured Carthage and ended Hannibal's saga. Everything has a center of gravity. Take a hold of it and unbalance the remaining structure, cutting supply lines, belief systems, and chains of command. 17. Defeat them in detail. The divide and conquer strategy. In 490 BC, the Persians landed on the plains of the Marathon 24 miles near the Athens, splitting their army at night, planning to attack Athens by sea. The Greeks attacked the remaining Persians, then ran all the way back to the Athens to safeguard the city. This is the origin of running a marathon. Divide large units and they're easier targets. When your enemies are on the defense, they will try to unite and face you with their full force. You do not allow them such strength. Hip Hop 33 Strategies of War, Part 3.